So I think I hate to say this, but I think there's something going on with the engine. We are not somewhere, we're not in a good location for that whatsoever. It's just making, not that, just making some like weird noises from the engine. I think that last climb up here, that 10,000 feet, it did something. Because when I put it into reverse yesterday, it made a weird noise. And then now it sounds like it's not really finding the gear. My anxiety sort of goes through the roof with something like this. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, there's some knocking in there. But right now, the real concern is getting off of this mesa. We're 10,000 feet up. They're not going to send a tow truck to come get me here. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Right now we're sitting on the road in the shade, luckily. So I don't know if I should keep pushing it. I guess so. I mean, what keeps going through my head is that I should have stayed with my friends, because there's always some risk to going off on your own, and no, none of them are mechanics. At the very least, they could have helped me, and to give me, backup transportation to, they would have been there to support me. And this is a little scary. It's not like there's no one around, but, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do now. I mean, at least we're not deep in the woods where there's absolutely nobody. I mean, there's people camping here. So if I absolutely needed help, I can get help from somebody here, hopefully. I'm just going to chug along at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And hopefully I'll get off of this mountain. At least this is an appropriate road to go 5 or 10 miles an hour. I should try to get off of this mountain, because what's my other choice? At least going forward, it's not a normal highway, but it is a paved road. And I'm not exactly sure how far that is. It might be 5 miles, it might be less. But at least if I get to that paved road, hopefully then roadside assistance would be able to help me. Back here on a forest road, I don't think anyone's coming back here. The engine light is on. And it wasn't on yesterday. It just came on today, this morning. Okay, praying for the best, right? It's going okay so far. A couple more miles to that highway. And at that point, hopefully we'll have cell service, because that's another issue. I couldn't call anybody if I needed to. So we're stopped on the side of the road. Olive is feeling my stress. I was able to get it started and get it into gear. We made it all the way down that forest road to the scenic bypass road, which at least is paved. So thank goodness. I pulled over into a trailhead, which is it's paved. It has pit toilets, and it has several other vehicles here. So right now, because Olive is feeling my anxiety big time, we're gonna go for a little hike. It may sound ridiculous, but it's gonna do a lot for our stress levels, and yeah, we're gonna be just fine. If nothing else, we can stay here. As far as I know, you can stay at trailheads, even if they are paved and right off the highway. So yeah, Olive needs to get rid of some of that nervous energy, and so do I. Big time. So just thankful we got here. The altitude is really affecting me, I think. I've just walking a little bit, tying my shoes. I think we're at 11,000 feet here. Still no internet. Okay, so we've gone on a couple of walks, but now we're actually going to do a little bit of a hike. I don't know why they put well, yeah, I do. They put the sign so high because of the snow, because this is like a winter sport area. They come and do snowshoeing and cross-country skiing and things like that. So that is tall. That's like probably almost 12 feet tall. Do they get 10 feet of snow here? I suppose they probably do at 11,000 feet. Sometimes more, maybe, I don't know. We're gonna hike over to the overlook, which the map, which was a little confusing. It was all in kilometers, so I'm not even sure. I started counting it up, and I'm gonna guess it's about a mile there and a mile back. That'll do us good. I love all the baby pine trees here. Just tons of little babies. Not quite Christmas tree size, but I couldn't do it. It's too cute. There's nothing like the smell of fresh cut wood. It smells like a Home Depot, a lumber yard. Looks like some of this was cut very recently. Wow. That tree just got uprooted completely. Like I was saying about hiking through the woods here, there's just so many logs down. It's just hard to hike, especially with a little dog. And we're going the right way. I don't know what 23 is, but it says overlook. I really like the landscape in these parts. You know, I love the forest. Sometimes the forest is just too dense, you know? And I like that there's kind of like meadow areas, open areas here. There aren't a lot of flowers. Not just on this trail, but kind of in this whole area. And I guess we're just a little too late. It is August. Look how pretty. It's August, so I guess, I don't know when the peak month would be, because if you come here in June, it's probably covered in snow. So maybe July, maybe we just missed it by a few weeks. Still beautiful even without flowers. Plenty of green. So I'm a little on edge with the wild animal thing. Still, I guess, seeing the bear is still in my head. But we were, it's a little eerie back here because there's nothing. There's no people. There's quite a few cars. So I assumed we'd see some people here. And weren't even hearing birds much, really. So we're in a kind of more densely forested bit of the trail just back there. And I heard a weird noise. And then it took a few seconds for Olive to hear it. But I didn't know what it was. And turned out it was horses. It was three horseback riders. Thankfully, because I didn't know what the heck it was. Well, this is way more than a mile. Maybe it's how the altitude is affecting me, but it feels like way more than a mile. There is another little overlook. There's a little water down there, a little lake. It's not the overlook though. So we're gonna keep going. The trail is nice, very enjoyable trail. Kind of trail I like. You know, somewhat maintained, but you know, not like a walking path, but you actually still feel like you're hiking, you know. I see an overlook to those trees. I see a vista. Pretty. Oh yes. Lovely view. Wow. All right. Wow, there's lots of lakes. I think, well, reservoirs. Maybe some of them are lakes, but ooh, and over there I can see, that would be northeast, I believe. So are those the, what do they call them? The collegiate peaks? They're covered in snow over there. They have to be some tall peaks because this is 11,000 and there's no snow up here. Colorado, it's just nothing but mountains. Very nice. We're gonna take a little rest, have some water, and head on back to reality. Look at that. I've never seen one of those in the forest like that. It's coming right out of the trees. Wow, that was strange. Oh, and it's whipping back up again. It is quite dry here. I don't think they've seen rain in a while. Nature, there's nothing like it. I tend to be a little, I have anxiety. I probably have talked about it before. But it tends to, just like everybody else probably, it tends to be accumulative. You know, death of a family member and financial worries and van troubles. Yeah, you know, things just add up, and I think as long as I keep hiking, I'll be okay. But some of these things really have to be dealt with. The finances and the definitely the van thing. You know, when you're a nomad and you have a Class C, a Class A, a van, your vehicle is your house. So unless you have a towed vehicle, you know, when your vehicle goes into the shop, you lose your car and your house. It's kind of silly. You know, it's one thing to lose one or the other, but to lose both. So what to do? Well, I have to get somewhere with some cell service so I can make a call or two. And if it's a transmission, it shouldn't be, considering that the van is less than 4 years old. But what I need to do now is just get somewhere safely, get to a place where I can make a call, and as soon as I can make a call, I'm just getting roadside assistance to come out. Stop thinking about it. I'm losing my zen. The anxiety's coming back. So, okay. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'll keep you updated. Hope for the best for me. Say a little prayer if you can.